The scammers online spreading their lies, pumping stocks with dollar signs in their eyes. But we see through the noise, cut through the mold, calling out fraudsters. Truth be told, hey, expose the lies, let the story unfold. Truth be told, yeah, shining the light on the tricks they sold. No hype, no spin, we bring the facts, let the truth roll in. Fraudsters beware, your game's getting old. We're taking it back when truth be told. Truth be told. Truth be told. And the truth shall set you free.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Truth Be Told. We briefly lost Platinum there.
He's like, where's Platt?
I was about to be disappointed. Hi, this is me with a cold again, and so I didn't feel like totally suiting up for today. But that's okay because we have a lot of crazy for.
You know, there are a
everyone
lot
to
of people who ask me if you actually wear other clothes, so this is
Yeah.
for them.
What?
And I'm like, you've seen him in other clothes. He's been on here
do you
in
guys
other clothes.
watch? Do you guys like literally watch CoffeeZilla and think he just wears suspenders and slacks everywhere he fucking goes?
Yes.
Totally. I know
Oh
some
my
people
God.
said that to me too, and I'm like, he's done the show in other clothes. Like, what are you?
Well, I just say I don't know. I've never seen him in real life, so I don't know
right,
what
like
it is.
you good.
Anyway, so tonight we've got some things that are going to be fun. We're gonna start with some updates in AZRH because this is the song that never ends. Like seriously, I have to say,
Or is it the gift that keeps on giving?
the gift that keeps on giving. That it is the gift that keeps on giving, and the gift that keeps on giving. I guess
Right.
depending on what you're seeing. Okay, wait. Why is it doing that? It should have done. Oh my goodness! What? Stop this nonsense. Oh my goodness. Stop. Okay. So apparently, I'm just being silly. There we go. There we go. I think I fixed it. What am I hearing?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Yeah. So I just have to show you this brief intro for how cheesy it fucking is.
Oh my god. This is embarrassing.
What's up, y'all? Josh Cohen here with Controlled Investments, Oilfield Services.
Like, I'm sorry, but like this whole setup with him trying to be like mock acting like he doesn't know that there's a camera in the room, or oh, funny that you should be there. It just reminds me of a level of cheesiness that I can appreciate, except this is supposed to be like satire parody with the like Command and Conquer series. Like,
Commander,
this is what it reminds me of every
transmission?
time I saw that
900
video.
hours. Since then, nothing.
Perhaps Einstein escaped?
Too much hope for General. He would have contacted us by now. This is classified.
I know.
I sent for her.
General von Essling, she is a civilian.
That's why I don't get killed.
Commander.
But it's the same level of cheesiness. Like,
I don't even know what that was, but I can tell you I don't want to
wait,
watch it.
you don't know. Well,
I don't know what either of those things were.
No, yeah.
Oh, well,
I-
there's like Controlled Capital, you know, his like investment firm thing. They have a Facebook page. Someone pointed me to it, and there's like a whole archive of videos like that are like cheesy
my God.
promotional videos for AZRH and all of his
A
shit
treasure
codes that he's
trove?
been operating.
That's
Yeah, but
terrible.
it just reminded me of like Command and Conquer, like, you know, the Command and Conquer series, like the cheesy, campy war video game that always has like those cut scenes that are meant to be campy and cheesy, not unintentionally campy and cheesy, like what happened with
Actually,
Josh's
yeah,
videos.
yeah.
So, I don't know if you remember it. I'm going to the only place where there is no capitalism, space. I'm sorry.
Nope.
You need to
Nobody
go
knows
check.
what you're talking
It's
about. Like,
brilliant.
Platt and I don't know what you're talking about.
Just
I'm
platinum.
sure
You'll
somebody out
love
there
it.
does.
I think that's Jim Carrey, but it's great. It's just so over the top cheesy. It's just brilliant.
Anyone in the chat know? Anyone know what the fuck? Tim Curry. All right, rub my axe
Jim
nose.
Curry, yeah. I
There
knew it
we
was
go.
something, yeah, too. It's great. It's like that's like the whole Red Alert series is amazing. It's beautiful. Let's see. So finally we get a discounted trash flow. I assume this was a recommendation forwarded, and to be honest, this one just feels a little like there's just so much more. I get that there's supposed to be like bullet points, but self-appointed wildcat nickname, overweight pink sheet fraud,
Wow.
pushing AZRH trash. Extremely chunky, very fat, not great. Triple chins, bloated face, sweat stains everywhere while calling himself the real landman. Sends
Hold on, can we
bikini
correct this?
with
Yeah, sends
ex-wife and
bikini pics.
ex-girlfriend and Instagram DMs
Right.
comparing their boobs like a total degenerate.
It was actually Twitter. That group chat.
Yeah.
That we're all in. That we're like, okay.
Yeah. Fat ass Yankee lives in Long Island but loves playing dress. See, this just feels real lazy because it just goes back to he's fat.
Fat is very lazy.
Runs multiple stock pit accounts, LARPing as a 59-year-old securities lawyer to defend his scams and threaten critics. Doesn't pay his debts, but flexes a fake Louis Vuitton chains and bank screenshots to lure in retail investors. Then has to turn around those on a secondhand luxury jewelry goods website for quick cash. Promises massive moonshot announcements weekly that never happen, and his companies dilute to death, skip filings, and die in the expert market. Constantly hyping major Permian announcements. That came from like the Facebook page where it's like major fucking announcement and all that stuff. That's maybe one of these days I'll go through his entire catalog of shameless self-promotion and all that, but that's just cut down the brightness there a little bit. Accidentally doxed his own home address on an OTC markets filing. Fake shiny white smile, fake fucking energy, max pure public company predator, bleeding shareholders dry. Keep wildcatting, big man. The only thing you're going to find is more retail exit liquidity.
That's what he wants. And that hat, like, is a terrible fit. Like that, he just like bought that from like Academy or something. That's not a well-fitting hat.
Yeah, it looks too big.
No,
people
there's
are
a lot wrong with it.
He's just trying so hard. That's kind of been this week for him. Then we've got, of course, Kyle Mitchell's newest article on him, this time on X instead of Substack, where he basically chronicled all the different business transactions that he hypes and how they ended. Some of them I was not even aware of. Most of them though were like the original ones, the ones that actually went places and made money, were things while he was at PwC and he was an employee there. He had no management role on the deal or the transaction whatsoever. And of course we got a bunch of different links to the different things. Some of them are archive stuff because, you know, the Controlled Capital website does not exist anymore. Deals Cohen actually ran. Oh, are you serious? Are we going to be doing this all night long? Once.
Or having webcam issues.
Anyway, we still got that going while we're here. Figure this out, I guess. I have trouble connecting the device.
Oh, now we're getting a
Yeah.
little circle. There we are. You're back.
Great. Hope that's not going to be all night long. Yeah, sure, I definitely do. I've got this all night long. But all of the deals that he's actually handled have been kind of, well, that doesn't look so hot, abject failures. Some of them he's actually gotten sued for. Grindcore, what happened when playbook meets reality, and that he has like an actual playbook, like this sort of pump and dump promotional thing where he gets people all hyped at the beginning and then just dunks on them has been a recurring cycle theme. In fact, he I don't think got sued in this one. Let me see here. He says it here. Bank was no commitment letter. The fraud was perpetrated, yeah, by Gorback, Collins, and Madinsky. That's what that looks like. Not Cohen, but the court recorded documents on how the IPO narrative and the 250 million facility claim that Cohen made influenced the due diligence that the company did that embarked on the deal. So that's basically a rundown of all the Cohen deals and that they've kind of not gone anywhere. We also got more Railroad Commission polls on his deals and things like that he's done. And of course, the standard I'm going to sue you threats. Not only on Investor Hub.
Can I add you to the lawsuit?
He added it also on X. You will notice that the bashers have calmed down on X. We haven't gone anywhere. More likely as a result of the letter that Josh Cohen's friend Brent Franklin sent to them on behalf of Rise Capital and Vision. Did you guys get a letter, a cease and desist, anything like that?
No, but I haven't checked my mail in a while.
Yeah.
Could it be in my Twitter DMs, perhaps?
I could be. It could be. I hear people send it like that sometimes.
Well, sorry. It's probably in my spam folder.
Yeah.
I would never get a letter from Josh Cohen.
Hands down, finalizing the terms on his next 4 acquisitions. Speaking of that, we got a press release on him acquiring 320 more orphan wells.
Oh, wow. That was last week.
Yes, it was. It's this week, actually. Wait, last week? Yeah.
Whatever, like the week that just happened.
Yeah. So they've gotten more wells, and I'm not going to hold my breath on them being wells that are actually going to produce, because to date, that's been kind of the running theme with Josh, that they just don't produce. Though it did get him an article in the newspaper on it from this week after the news from this from last week. So there's how that whole chain of things
today.
Are going. Yeah. To yesterday's news today.
The press.
I know, right?
Did he pay for this?
Yeah, probably, because I mean, I bet they're just recycling the PR press release. But, you know, I found it funny. Like, I normally don't highlight my conversations on the show, but this one was hilarious because he is the greatest at putting his foot in his mouth, because he wanted me to explain to him how, like, under what, like, okay, yeah, tell me exactly how I'm a con man, or what makes me a con man. Whoops. And I said, well, first, breach of fiduciary duty for offloading your personal debts onto the company without clear disclosures as to your compensation, materially misreporting the regulatory liabilities of your wells, and violations of Texas law on severed oil per the Railroad Commission. Should I keep going? And naturally, he invited me to keep going. And so I gave him the whole list, including, you know, the severed oil claim. And Kyle at the end of it was like, he has only controlling shares, so like he has no economic interest. So I said, no. Let him make that argument that he's in control. Cool, you're in control. That means that the Belzerian transaction did not have a independent third party, and therefore it wasn't an arm's length transaction. Therefore, you're a fucking fraudster. Let's see here. So there was something that happened new today that kind of turned this up a bit. Where was it in these tabs? Nope. 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 This one. Nope. I think it's this one. Yes, it is this one. Okay. So this was kind of posted as a joke. But what's the real funny part is down here in the comments, we've got this person here, Zombie Wells, exposing wells and poisoning aquifers, toxic aquifers creating toxic dangers in Texas, while the corrupt Texas Railroad Commission fails to act. You may notice the name here. Hey, Platinum, who is Sarah?
I don't know. Do I know?
Looks like the district attorney for a part of Texas, it looks like. So, like, she's saying here, Reeves and Ward. And I made the joke that, you know, dudes collecting plugging liabilities like Pokemon cards. And she said, hey, BP America, don't knowingly give away liabilities. That's called a fraudulent transfer. And Josh, of course, popped in here and is telling the DA over the county where he just bought wells.
Oof.
LMFAO, you're an idiot. Great start. There's nothing fraudulent about the transfers. What actually occurred, an operator bought wells from BP and Range Resources left them shut in and drilled laterals on surrounding acreage. About 4 to 5% of the wells have casting leaks that need to be addressed. We're only limited to vertical, and I'm fine with that. And then, of course, BJ's like, dude, do you have any idea who you're talking to? You're cooked. Godspeed. I know exactly what I'm talking to. She just made a huge mistake by calling my transaction fraudulent online with zero knowledge of the deal. She does not represent the people of her county.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure, bro, that is how a DA works. They prosecute crimes in their district. That's why they're called the district attorney. But, you know, just burn the whole house down. Nothing motivates a prosecutor more than calling them an idiot and telling them that they don't know what they're talking about. We also did get a bit of an update with Kyle about saying that he'll stop posting. If Cohen posts the following by April 1st, he will never mention AZRH again on 4 conditions: that the Texas Railroad Commission form PR complete and approved for December and January, latest quarterly filed, proof audit firm is engaged and verified, and $500 paid to FINRA for name change and ticker name change. Hey, Manuel, how you doing? So that kind of brings us up to speed, aside from the whole what was in the intro video of him saying, you know, fuck the government, flipping the 2 birds, and then sticking his ass in the air.
Well, they could like suck his dick. Didn't he say that?
Yes, while pointing his ass at the camera, he said, "Suck my dick."
So weird.
I'm not sure that's how that works, unless I mean, maybe your dick is in your ass. I don't know.
It's odd for someone who has to like cooperate in the government agencies to say that.
Right. And he doesn't have like the Musk level prestige. I don't know if I'd call it prestige at this point, but cachet to be able to tell the government to fuck themselves.
Or cash.
I mean, it starts cachet. It's the cash that makes right. So speaking though of people who were on the show last week, we did have last week, we had Nick on again, and he has broken through into mainstream status. I'm getting to talk about what we talked about with him last week with the whole
go Nick go.
Yeah.
Look at they grow up so fast.
Definitely the behavior I want to see as an investor. Absolutely, 100%.
That's right.
Definitely
Mhm.
want to.
Exactly.
I want to know that my CEO will fight for me, including committing state level criminal acts.
Well,
just
he fight
Nothing
everyone on
instills more
Twitter.
confidence than the CEO telling the government to SSD. Nothing.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I assume Amy Platinum, have you gotten to watch the interview?
I
Nick's?
didn't get a chance. Not yet.
Nick's
Nick's-
interview?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I started it. I haven't finished it, but I mean, yes.
Anything in particular that stood out to you from what you watched?
Well, I mean, no, because we just had him on last week and he was telling us this. So,
Well,
I mean,
he was like, I will give Anthony this, even though I kind of find him to be a crypto grifter. He did get some good parts out of Nick. He elaborated on the. It seems that certain funds have the Pulte level defining for Sharpe ratios,
yeah.
Oh my
where they
God.
were saying the Sharpe ratio on their funds were like 7 to 9 per, like 11. No, it was 11 Sharpe. A Sharpe ratio of 11 is what they were claiming on their funds, which Nick was saying that
25.
that's really crazy considering like high frequency trading firms usually put a Sharpe ratio around 7 to 9 for their business. So trying to say that you have a Sharpe of 11 is pretty absurd levels of like when you're talking about price to like or the value to
Well,
the
Plute was trying to say
volatility.
he wanted the Sharpe ratio to be lower. Remember?
Right, but
Yeah,
like, but he was saying it was like 20
And
something.
like, I don't even know about like
So stupid.
7 to 9 or 11, any of that. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Usually, like the scale, I don't even think is that wide, is it?
Yeah, I like, again, Sharpe ratio is not stuff that I usually look at investing, so
Doesn't
I
it tell
kinda
you
have
pretty
to
much
go with
like
what was
how
said.
much how much it's valued versus the risk, basically?
Correct.
Isn't that what Sharpe
It's
ratio is?
risk adjusted value.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And the higher number is better. You actually don't want
Yeah.
it to be lower. That's
Right.
why when I saw Plute put that out, I was like, I don't think he knows what that means.
Yeah.
Well,
He's like,
some of
Vert
the
should be lower, like Citadel. Citadel's a 1 or 2 or whatever. He's like, why is Vert so high? Blah blah.
well, they are not. They. I mean, he was wrong about the Sharpe ratio to begin with, but
Of course he was.
yeah, like he was wrong about
probably
their
got it
Sharpe
from,
ratio. Like it's not
you know,
25.
Malone.
It's like 2 and
Well,
change, I think, or something. I can't remember.
yeah,
What it
which
is.
even whatever it was, I remember looking it up. Whatever it was, good. Whatever it was.
Yes.
Yeah, and I the other thing that I think that caught is that apparently his letter that he did, his open letter to Secretary Bessett, apparently like he hasn't gotten anyone in the government, but he's got some people who are also concerned on the issue who said that they're working that out. And
Sure.
I don't think that this is something that I'd be skeptical what the administration would actually do about it, given the current things that they have done so far. But that doesn't mean that you should just give up. I'm glad to see that, there at least seems to be some movement
They'll bail
to
them
look
out.
into this matter, see if there's some there, because Nick openly admits that, the issue here is, are they marking their books correctly? It looks a little sus, but based on what I can see, but I could be wrong, which I think is a lot more honest than, say, Morantz, who just thinks all private equity is evil all the time. And like, you'd sent me the link to that Christian Shaughnessy post where she's trying to also now co-opt what Nick is saying for obvious ends. And even though Anthony in that interview was pretty even-handed, my concern is, as a crypto bro kind of person, is he doing this to be like, look, the establishment is evil and that's why
They'll exploit it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's my only concerns with this
But I mean,
situation.
I don't even know that they even have ground to stand on, because now, like if you're talking about like Bitcoin maxis and shit like that, like Bitcoin is,
Been bad.
being put in people's retirement accounts, and
Right.
I don't find Bitcoin to be decentralized at all anymore. I feel like it's
No, because
very
it's been,
centralized.
they thought that like the big thing that would blow up crypto was it becoming part of the establishment. And now that it's become part of the establishment, it's lost that sort of punk kind of anti-establishment vibe.
Right. Because it's not. Like it's, I mean, there's like the ECFs and the institutions and the governments, like all of that is all of the things that they, for what I remember, like I'm old enough to remember when they were like, we're completely decentralized, nobody can control us, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you want to bet?
Yeah.
I don't, that's not
once the
Bitcoin
money
now.
starts coming in, then people start making it about the money, not about whatever movement was the original idea.
Right.
Also, Patrick does really good videos, and this came out yesterday. So about the same time Nick's interview happened, which meant that he had to have been producing and working on this video for a while. So I think it's just kind of funny that all at the same time, everyone's starting to converge on this issue and realize, hey, there's something here that is just not.
Well, because it's becoming more like as more and more, like as the contagion grows and as more and more start reporting it. And now we're seeing it drop into like consumer loans and stuff like that. So it kind of snowballs. And then now you're going to hear everybody talking about it.
Right. This one, you shared it with me because I had kind of originally I had kind of brushed over it because the first reports I had heard about it, it sounded like it was just some low-level people, and then you started sending me articles, and it turned out to be a much, much bigger thing than what I was originally seeing. So why don't you talk to us about
you know, what's funny is like back in like before the AI revolution here, like I don't know, 22 or 23, I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look it up. But like there was a lot of discussion about CoreWeave, and that one guy on YouTube was doing his videos on CoreWeave, and I was like going back and forth. I can't remember his name, but he's popular. People know him. What is he? The something investor. What is he? Not the no name investor. I can't remember what his name is. But I was on a thread with like Samantha LeDuc, or I don't know, but talking about like why it's strange that, you know, NVIDIA is saying that there's this shortage, but then they were routing all of their chips to CoreWeave, and then, you know, of course, giving them money for CoreWeave to rent them. Same thing. That's the same thing that happened with SMCI, right? Like they gave them $50 million, and then they were turning it around and buying the NVIDIA chips, and like it's all the circular financing shit. And so come to find out, right? And then they were still current partners. They are still currently partners with SMCI. NVIDIA is. Come to find out their co-founder, right? So like when it first dropped, they made it sound like it was just these like employees that had
which is why I was really confused, because I originally saw it and I'm like, whatever, move on. And then you sent me those articles and I was like, oh,
it's big. Yeah. So it's their co-founder, and it wasn't just smuggling, right? So he smuggled $2.5 billion in servers to China, 510 million. Was that the chips part? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember it all. He owns $464 million of the stock. But besides all of that, like
the scheme operated as follow. Working closely with third-party brokers and custodians based in China, directed certain executives of the company based to place purchase orders in the United States for servers with certain GPUs, purportedly for Company One. Those servers were often assembled in the United States and shipped to the U.S. manufacturers' facilities in Taiwan, then delivered to Company One somewhere else in Southwest Asia.
So here's what he was doing too, right? So he's smuggling all of that stuff to China. But then here at home, this is what this is. So they set up like fake, so they would get inspections, right? And so it was this warehouse looking thing full of fake servers. Then they would use a blow dryer to remove serial numbers and move them around. But for like inspection purposes, like from the like authorities, this whole thing was fake. They would go and inspect, and like it was all fake. So it wasn't just the smuggling, right? It was the shit that he was doing here in the US
to basically hide that the smuggling was going on and all this stuff.
Correct. Well, yeah, because then if you're like, well, where's all the servers, right? Because they were sending them all to China. So when the inspection comes and they're like, "Where's all the servers?" He's like, "Here they are," but they were all fake.
Oh yeah, they're here.
So like
They're
you
not
put in a lot
elsewhere.
of work, right? Like you're putting in a lot of work to fake that amount because it was $2.5 billion worth of servers. So just think of how much work he's putting in to fake this. So, but yeah, so he's been arrested. And then the SMCI announces yesterday that he's resigned effective immediately. I'm like, oh, you fucking think?
Yeah,
But yeah, so he's
never would have
been
guessed.
arrested. Yeah, he's been arrested, and then the employee, the other ones that were there, were helping. But like, for me, I'm like, I'm not trying to be like super doomer, right? But you're gonna tell me that NVIDIA or Jensen Huang, like that none of them knew anything about this, right? This was all happening. The co-founder was doing it. There's an entire fake server farm, and nobody knew anything. And then
Yeah, I don't
they're
think you're being
continuing.
like
They're shoveling
doomer by
money
saying
into
that.
them.
Well,
Huh?
I mean, we watched like I
Okay.
was telling you, Amy, we were discussing.
I don't
this. We
think you're
talked
being
about
doomer
the-
by saying that. I think you're.
Well, so
talked
here's my
about
well,
the
here's
Gamer Next. We talked about the Gamer Nexus video where basically everyone that he talked with over in China was like, yeah, NVIDIA maybe doesn't participate in it, but they're aware of it and they just pretend it doesn't happen.
right. And so that's what I think too. So here's the doomer part, right? Is this just the first domino to fall? And
Yes.
where does
Probably yes.
where does this circular financing go, right? Because like this is a probably pretty deep hole to jump in, but you know, do I think that SMCI is the only one? Do I think that there's some nasty stuff weaved into CoreWeave and that whole I know it's terrible, but and that whole deal with them, right? Like, and what I was bringing, in 23 when I was talking about this and how shady the CoreWeave stuff looked, guess who chirped at me on Twitter? Citrini.
Who?
Citrini, who just put out the doomiest doom article about AI and all of that stuff.
I've never heard of that person, so that's.
He's the reason that like software sold off by like 40% because he put out his article. But okay, regardless. Anyway, but yeah, he chirped at me because he was like super big NVIDIA bull then. So like, you know, it's funny to see it all come full circle and SMCI is the first to fall. But like, I don't know, peel back the onion on CoreWeave and all of this other circular financing to like, I don't know what's there, but I find it really hard to believe that this guy was running this operation and just nobody knew anything with a warehouse full of fake fucking servers for when the inspectors come and everyone's just like, yeah, that's great. All the servers are fantastic. Like, I don't buy it. I don't.
Well, this is one of those things that like the incentives just line up. Like, regardless of what, like you look at it, obviously there's a national, you know, a national interest in it. But like from a business standpoint, why wouldn't you want to do business in China? They've got a big market. They're chasing AI too. But they're being like, that's the big thing that I think is going to really change this, because I think part of, even if we thought it was a very gross, by any objective observer sense, a very gross deal that was done where the government went to AMD and NVIDIA and was like, give us a cut of your profits and you can sell chips in China. And they thought that would resolve this sort of thing. Yeah. They wouldn't get the best chips, but they would get good chips and you can sell them so long as you cut us in. And now the government looks like they have egg in their fucking face because they cut this deal figuring they'd solve the problem, and they fucking hadn't.
Well, and I don't know how it even took this long. Like, China hasn't slowed down. Like, it's not like I mean, Gamers Nexus showed like they have access to chips. Like it's not like, you know, they have completely fallen behind the AI revolution with like DeepSeek and shit like that. Like, these chips have to be coming from somewhere, right? And
a lot of them are at least in some extent assembled there.
Well, and we had heard, like, you know, whispers or rumblings about NVIDIA circumventing the CHIPS Act and continuing to sell to China, right? Like those like, I think accusations have fallen a few times on them, right? And somehow it just tends to go away. But now with this SMCI thing, like,
it's a lot harder to deny it, because up to this point, Jensen's argument was, this is not happening. It's happening nowhere. And that is clearly not the fucking case.
Yeah. And I like, you know, I'm old enough to remember when SMCI was $1,000 a share.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And
that was ridiculous.
They pumped
at the top of the bubble
out of that stock.
Yeah.
So
that was back when
and it was all based on but
ran.
it was all based on their partnership with NVIDIA, right? And their access to NVIDIA chips. And like, I don't know. I just think it's real messy, and I don't know what comes of it, but I don't think it's the last thing we're going to hear.
Right. Crossing across, this was funny enough posted on Meltdown, where someone in SMCI shareholder, with the hashtag here, like thread,
SMCI was the victim. Give me a fucking break.
Oh my God.
This was the co-founder. Wally was the co-founder. Like this, like I said, this wasn't some like low level, you know, nobody at the company.
Like irrelevant. Like they usually don't charge companies in this. They give the company a fine, because to like criminally charge the company would affect the employees, affect their income and everything. They slap a fine on the company, and then they charge the people in the company that were the bad actors. That's how this works. So that's complete misunderstanding of how the criminal justice system works.
Somebody is either over leveraged on SMCI or took a real big hit from that sell-off.
I mean, likely how it dropped by what, 25% almost.
Yeah,
on Friday.
Easily. I thought more, but yeah.
But yeah. All that article.
And look, this isn't the first problem that SMCI's had. SMCI was delisted years ago
because of their accounting problems.
Because of the financial fraud. Accounting, maybe, I don't know, fraud is too strong a word, but their accounting discrepancies. Right. And I think, you know, NVIDIA's had issues with this kind of stuff. So like, I mean, this isn't, you know.
Mm-hmm. And to be clear, this doesn't mean that NVIDIA's core business is inherently fraudulent, because like we said,
no, I don't think NVIDIA's core business is fraudulent, but I do have issue with them pulling revenue forward. I think
from companies that are doing things that are illegal. Yeah.
Well, just counting revenue, like counting money that you don't have yet is, I think, bullshit.
Yeah. And
because people could pull out,
like at the top of this AI bubble, they're definitely probably over earning compared to where things are going to be once AI becomes fully adopted.
There's nothing wrong with NVIDIA, but I mean, I think
there's a lot sus going on in this market right now with that whole situation.
With this whole thing, and with the circular financing, and even so much as like the government's involved, like you were saying, right? It gives a piece of your profits or whatever, and
they've given money to Intel. They've like cut deals with AMD and NVIDIA. Like
all these tech CEOs just, you know, paying their Trump tithe, and you know,
and then getting all sorts of free shit, and
it's all gross. Like it just feels like there's corruption everywhere.
Did either of you get to see the sort of catch-up live stream that I did Monday?
I clicked in for a minute, but I didn't. I wasn't able to.
Did you get to this part?
Okay.
I mean, I've seen that.
I did see that lawsuit.
Yeah.
And I did see Grok doing that, and it was gross.
It was.
I have read the lawsuit. They're like, this isn't just like some like accusation. There were people who actually did this. They were arrested for creating deepfake CSAM content. Were arrested. Were charged.
Yeah, I mean, they should have like guardrails to prevent this. Like I'm listening to an audiobook right now about ChatGPT, and and like the moderation they had to do for the pictures, like you can do moderation that prevents this, and he didn't.
Well,
do
part
it
of
on purpose.
part of what was in the lawsuit was they had made a point. Now I would need to go back and reread it to see if it was cited, but they had said that a lot of industry experts don't do like if you have image generation, it's either sex is all on or sex is all off, because the AI has no real, conceptual way to like put up those guardrails that you're talking about as far as
So then
content
just turn
creation.
it off. Like
Correct. Yes, that was
mean?
always the answer. Was to never that's
right.
What they
Like
said.
that's what they were talking
every
about
other
in the book,
AI
too.
company does not allow you to sexualize people because the
Right,
program
because they can't do the difference
cannot.
between a child or an adult, so you just turn it off.
Yeah,
and that's how you do
that
it. And then he just
and that was a lot of what their argument was, is they had to have been warned. Every single other industry leading AI company was like, we don't do this for a very specific reason.
Right. They like literally outsource it to like third world countries to like go through the pictures to, be like to take those type of pictures out to train the AI.
Yeah. I know we're not to the meme stock section yet, but I have to sort of cackle with a certain amount of very let's see here, a certain level of benevolence at the fact that hey, who has an ownership stake in X, which is owned by XAI, which runs Grok out the back of this social media company called X?
Who has a what?
Ownership stake in X, which is owned by XAI, which uses Grok
Pulte.
and owns Grok. Yeah. So, hey, Michael. So what's your buddy's connection to this like CSAM creation program that's Grok? Like what's your take on that one, Michael? What's your take on your buddy funding a CSAM website?
That's what that means.
Just thoughts. Just wonder what your thoughts were on that. This just actually dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
I know this article's from today, but it looks like well, I don't know if I would count as a class member of this lawsuit, because I think it's people who sold after Musk said that he was not going to do the deal. So yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
He died in his sleep, apparently.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Sadness.
So add that with Chuck Norris from yesterday.
Yeah, it happens in threes. I'm
Anyway.
convinced that when an actor dies, all of the rest of them go into like freak out mode. They're like, oh god.
It's like Final Destination.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the jury found Musk guilty of basically misleading investors about the state of Twitter at the time of his attempted acquisition, and the damages could be up to $2.6 billion.
Literally, it says the Tesla CEO tweeted a poop emoji.
Love that for you, by the way, Elon. Love it.
Oh my god.
So it's not been a lot of good news for him. Why is this article locked up? Oh, there we go. French prosecutors flag possible manipulation of X stock prices by Musk to authorities. Prosecutors shared facts uncovered as part of a separate investigation into X with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and the Department of Justice. Did Musk attempt to artificially inflate the user numbers of his social media network X in anticipation of a possible listing? Well, I mean, it's owned by XAI now, so is it, which is also owned by SpaceX right now, isn't it? So are they talking about the SpaceX listing and he's trying to manipulate numbers ahead of that? An ongoing investigation that started as early as 2025. Interesting. Also, something that we've been waiting for a very long time on when it comes to Elon is apparently there is more investigations that are intensifying into the full self-driving part of that. So things getting a little rough there for Elon. However, I've got one other thing here for us to bring us back sort of to mainstream news, but meme stock land. So apparently XAI is hiring people to train Grok on finance. PPP
Because everybody's
Grifter
building Claude bots to trade.
asked, imagine being hired to work with Grok. So what's everyone's thoughts on this? I know I have mine.
I mean, whatever. Like, if it's good, then that would be better than what we see on Twitter already. So
right. I did say I don't know personally. I hope they train Grok on finance stuff. I'm getting plenty of good laughs at baggies trying to get Grok to give them confirmation bias for their financial conspiracies, only for Grok to basically go, "No, you're a fucking idiot."
No, but Grok will agree if you prompt it correctly. So it really depends.
Yeah. I mean, like most AIs, it'll take whatever you feed into it and everything like that. I'll make sure not to put that as to not steal it.
I know.
I'll make sure not to steal
I've got a.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I think it's a winner.
Yeah, it is.
We
were talking about that before the show.
You guys should not even try.
Amy, I'll be honest. I did not pay much attention to FOMC this time around. How was it? Because I know you were paying attention because I saw it pop up in my X feed that you were like, "Oh, Jerome Powell is clapping at Trump."
Yeah, subtle strays, man. Hell yeah. Look, and I put like, I don't care how, like I quote tweeted someone, and I've said it before. I don't care how you feel about Jay Powell and how he's done. I actually think he's probably maneuvered this pretty well, but you got to respect a man who, like, Jay Powell's the only one I can confidently say doesn't take Donald Trump shit. So,
yeah, for sure.
Like, but anyway, so it was just, within the first maybe 10 minutes, I think he had mentioned the Middle East like 4 times. And just kind of kept hitting zingers, right? About like how this war is going to cause inflation, that might cause inflation to go higher. Everybody knows that it will. And that the risks, right, of supply chain disruption. And they asked him about the subpoenas and the investigation. They asked him about, like, what if Warsh doesn't get confirmed by the time your 10 years, ends. And he said that he would.
Then I'll just keep going.
He said he would stay on pro temp and pro tem. And then they asked him about if he'll stay on just as a governor, right? Because they have that, like, when his term is over, he doesn't just have to leave. He has an automatic seat as a governor. So they asked if he was going to do that. He hadn't decided. He said that he plans to stay through the full investigation or whatever. And I don't know, you just kind of had to watch it, but it was like, he called out Trump a lot without calling him out.
Right, which he's been very good at.
Mm-hmm. He has maneuvered the minefield brilliantly.
Mm-hmm. And I mean being the chair of the Federal Reserve isn't supposed to be a political position.
Not at all. Not at all.
But this is why it kind of is, because you're going to have, and I understand that Trump is a little unique situation.
This is unprecedented. Yeah, like the like abuse and harassment that he has gotten. Like, I mean, just read.
They sent the DOJ after him to investigate him.
Read the motion to quash the subpoenas, right? From that, read what the judge said, right? Like it's unprecedented. It's absolutely absurd the way that they have attacked him, the way that they have come after him, what they have done. Like you haven't seen this before. You really haven't.
Right. We have a new update in the Warner Brothers Paramount deal. Apparently, the FTC has spoken up, or at least the DOJ antitrust arm, and they're like,
100%
I wouldn't get comfortable about thinking this deal's going to go through. I wouldn't get on the other end of this. I wouldn't get too comfortable thinking that statement's going to stick.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how anyone can argue that Larry Ellison owning over 40% of the media himself is not an antitrust problem.
Yeah. And even as was pointed in here, he's like, he will absolutely not have a fast track to approval because of political factors, and went on to basically say those political factors are the reason we're looking into this. Yeah. So now my concern is that if Trump cares enough about it, he will just start firing people till he gets what he wants, as he's been wont to do as of late. But that really makes this interesting because it does make Netflix look like the smarter party here, because rather than trying to get into a bidding war, they are just going to wait for this to play out. And if they contest on antitrust grounds and Paramount gets rejected, Netflix can just come back with their offer and be like, still stands, guys, if you want it. So there is that. Also, apparently Trump will pardon everyone but SPF.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
It was bipartisan, people basically saying this guy is a piece of shit. Imagine that. You stab politicians in the back by trying to pretend you're the good guy of crypto, and they, you give money to them for their campaigns and stuff like that. They aren't so willing to like play the game again with you. Funny how that is.
They sure did take his money and think his money was good when he was handing it out to them.
Yeah, right. And I figured that would be enough, like for everybody else that have gotten pardons. I figured the money that he donated would be enough. So this is actually kind of like, what did he do, right? Because like I feel like everyone else is like CZ for finance.
What did he do? I mean, he was in there like at hearings with Congress, right, talking about cryptocurrency legislation, and he was all wrapped up in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But usually, I mean, for everyone else, they just like suck up to Trump and then they're good. This dude, they're like, no chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even that guy from Binance
are like,
right.
Yeah, he what did he do? Did he pardon that guy from Binance or?
Yes, and then the Ross dude, then that the truck guy, whatever the fuck, with Trevor Milton.
Oh yeah.
You know, like just all these scam artists
who is now trying to raise money
to do planes.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Push it down the runway and then have the camera up high so you can't see it's still on the ground?
It will be his like fourth or fifth fraud business.
Oh my goodness. So we do also have some let's see here, where were we? Oh yes. Fannie and Freddie news. Oh gee, thanks, Barons. Really love that you did that there. We're just gonna go around you. And in the meantime, while we're doing that, apparently Peter Schiff is kind of your opinion, shall we put it, Amy?
What?
Trump once touted a goal to privatize Fannie and Freddie Mac, but since true privatization is impossible and any misguided move to privatize gains while leaving taxpayers on the hook for losses would raise mortgage rates and lower home prices. And Trump
shocking.
Won't follow through.
Did I say that?
It's not a hard thing to figure out. In fact, he just got done signing an executive order where he was basically talking about how, look at all how I've, cut the costs, had forced mortgage rates down by buying all these fucking mortgage-backed securities and shit.
That's what they are now. That's what they are now, since you're stupid fucking war with Iran. Guess how much mortgage rates are now?
Yeah, it's not looking so good.
No. It's
Um,
not.
but like that was
Well, and
that's
Trump himself said nobody gives a fuck about the housing market last week,
yeah,
which is Trump
crazy.
speak, which is Trump speak for I don't give a fuck about the housing market.
Right.
He is
While-
not.
while
He has
coding it as
no.
nobody.
I mean, and he has said himself, right, that he is going to keep prices high for the the people
Current
whose
homeowners, so that
wealth.
they have
That's right.
their paper
is
wealth
wrapped in it.
remains higher.
Yeah, the house rich people.
Yeah.
So he has zero interest in lowering the housing prices.
Right.
Zero. If that's what you're hoping for, you ain't getting it.
Yeah, but we've got Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac giving us yet another meaningless effort to lower home prices that doesn't really lower it. Hey, you can if you get a loan through us, we've got lower standards for insurance. That'll make things really cheaper while doing pretty much nothing. We do have an update in this isn't the definition one, is it? Notice of removal personal injury. So I assume this is the one. Is this the one for I can't remember if this is the defamation one or if this is the one. No, yeah, this is the defamation one. So where they're suing Pulte, the employees that were fired from Fannie Mae, was it? Or is it both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac? Fannie Mae. Okay. So we've got a hearing set.
Employees?
So they will be having a hearing on the motion to dismiss on April 10th at 10 a.m., I assume, Eastern time. So I don't know if you'll be able to Zoom or call in on that. I would have to probably check the notice of hearing here at some point. But yeah, so that hearing is set for the 10th. It'll be an interesting one because the big problem here is you've got the whole speech and debate clause thing where since he's a member of government, if he said it in his official capacity, it really makes it a whole lot harder for you to sue for defamation up to and including probably not at all. So, I think I think I saw this also earlier today that Friday that Eric Solwell had a joint dismissal with Pulte as to the case about him and the Pulte investigating him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Look, when it's a civil lawsuit like this, there's no way to officially tell. Like, it could be that he just dismissed it. There could have been a settlement. My personal feelings is that I think there was some sort of settlement here because they just got done amending the complaint. They've clearly been talking back and forth because, they had removed one of the parties before the amended complaint. You had no official response back from Pulte or the, FHFA or any of these other agencies that were listed. So my personal feeling is more than likely there was some sort of settlement reached, though I know, Amy, you had a feeling that this was they just kind of did away with it.
No, I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
It doesn't read like a settlement, I guess is what I'm saying. But when you
Right.
gave me the timeline,
Which,
I was like,
I mean,
okay.
they never do because you can't really know for sure because they have no reason to disclose the terms. They're not forced to. But I mean, it to me, it smells like there was some sort of settlement in there somewhere.
I'm guessing we won't hear anything more about Eric Swalwell's.
No,
I get mortgage fraud.
That feeling too. This one is an episode where Amy will get to be the star because it is her tweet.
We are fucked.
Retweeting.
Well, so the key in that is all. Right. So Iraq declares force majeure on all oil fields developed by foreign oil companies.
And this word here, force majeure, is basically act of God. Like, we're not doing this anymore because circumstances beyond our control that we had no way of knowing what's going to happen has caused us to take this action. Like this is like hurricane blows over a city level government action.
Yeah. And I don't know how many millions of barrels of oil come out of all of those oil fields, but that comes on the back of countless other force majeures that have already come across the hotline, and 3,200 ships sitting, not moving in out there in the Strait of Hormuz, right? Not crossing. They're just sitting there. And I mean, on top of that, like you have I think you're about to see a humanitarian crisis out there because all those crews are stuck on those ships. And I mean, I don't know how many supplies they have, like food and water, how long they can just sit stranded out there. So I mean, it's a lot of uncertainty coming from every direction, and that comes after the big blow up of the natural gas fields that took out 17% of production. And like here in the US, we'll be okay because we produce our own natural gas, but like China's dependency on it. I mean, like Europe and Asia, like their dependency on
Right.
gas.
The price, regardless, is going to be driven up because global market prices for the gas.
Well, 100%. But like what I'm saying is that it gets bad for them really fast because how much gas they use, right? For cooking, I mean, everything. And so it gets really bad for them pretty quickly. And so, and then the oil fields, right? They just finished putting like a $26 billion investment into that. And with these attacks, they took out, I think, 20 billion. So they at first said 3 to 5 years to get it all back up online and running. Then I just read something yesterday that pretty much cemented 5 years. So that's 5 years of 17% less natural gas production for, Europe and Asia. And like I said, the US will be fine because we have natural gas coming from everywhere. So then, then the US will start exporting, of course, which is why they came out and said there won't be an export ban. But anyway, with that coming on the heels of all the other shit that's already, like it's just more market uncertainty, and it just makes people, cower back a little bit more from all of this stuff. But yeah, I mean,
it just kind of gets back to what you said last week, where it's like there's a lot of risk here that is not being priced in yet
100%.
when it comes to this situation.
Right. And it takes a minute for all of this to filter through the supply chain, right? Like if you've been paying attention to recently, like the nitrogen issue, which is causing an issue for farmers because it's right now it's corn planting season and they can't plant corn without nitrogen. Like it has to something in the root. I'm not a farmer, so I've just read this stuff. But so I guess they're opting to plant soybeans. So, corn may become a bit of a shortage issue. I mean, I don't know. But like, that's what I was saying last week, is that like the supply chain constraints that are happening everywhere. I mean, fertilizers, everything. And I don't think that was really being accounted for of how bad this actually is and will remain, right? Like, because those same ships that were out there last week when I was talking about this are still out there now.
Yeah.
It's not just, they're not just carrying oil. It's all exports of
anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, imports of many flavors, right? Like, so I don't know how you unwind this, right? And I don't think Trump really thought this through, right? Like he didn't really have a plan, or at least I think his plan was to get in and out and the way he did in Venezuela, and that obviously didn't work out. And now, you're seeing him, like if you just watch the news today, right? Or yesterday he puts out, I don't want a ceasefire with Iran. And then a couple hours later, it's we're working on winding down our operation in Iran, and you know, everyone, all the other countries that are dependent on the Strait of Hormuz, because the U.S. isn't, and we don't use it, like everyone else will have to figure out how to make to fix that whole situation, right? Like, I'm out of here. Like, I just caused all of this, and then it's on you to fix. And then he said, you know, we're winding it down, right, which caused the market to spike. And then I think today he said something to the effect of, we'll obliterate Iran if they don't have the Strait of Hormuz open in the next 48 hours. And I was just reading.
Yeah, that's who just.
There was something else I just read too that, where was it? America needs to wipe Iran off the map, is what he just said about an hour ago.
And it's just all over the place, just back and forth.
He's all over the place. And like, he just looks fucking terrible. And it's clear that you are like, you are not in any position of power. Like, you're just fucking bouncing off the walls and saying all kinds of crazy shit. And like, I don't know, he looks real bad. But yeah, I don't think this is how he wanted this to go. And now the troubles that it's going to cause, not only, you know, the US and our economy, but, you know, Europe and Asia and, you know, everywhere. It's just going to be bad, is what I think.
So, sort of
I mean,
wrap
we were
up
seeing
where we are.
Sorry, just on that, we were seeing, like, last week, we were seeing like the safetiest of safety stocks selling off, right? Like,
right, everything was
all
just,
of, like, I call them hedge fund hidey holes, right? Like, everywhere, like the, you know, where everybody runs when it's risk off, and they're like, okay, I'll just put my money here, right? Because this is always going to be. Even those,
well, like even bonds were selling off, which is like just saying that
Everything.
we don't even trust America, the institution itself.
Right. And then I saw things about how, like, was it Dubai or was it Saudi Arabia? I can't remember, but they were selling their gold for cash, right? Like, they're trying to stockpile cash, which is, you know, you saw gold go down. Like, like, usually these things are like counter trading, right? Like, but you're like, literally, like, if you know, yields go up, the market's going down, whatever, like, they sort of counter trade each other. Everything was dropping: metals, bonds, stocks, safety stocks, everything.
The only thing that went up was DXY.
Yeah.
Like you said, everything to cash. Everything to cash.
Everything to cash, right? Yeah. And I mean, I heard so many people just saying, like, I'm gonna just go to cash. I'm gonna go to cash. Like, it wasn't the typical, like, when you see this kind of sell off, people saying, oh, well, I'm gonna go shopping, right? When you should be buying when everybody's panicking, right? Like, that's sort of the norm. And you didn't hear anybody saying that. I didn't hear anybody saying
and
that.
you didn't even have people go to the normal flights of security. Like I said, usually you see it transfer, like you said, over to metals or to bonds or some sort of stable asset, and you didn't even see
consumer
that.
Staples.
Straight to cash.
Well, consumer staples, right? Like, that's where you kind of run, and when it gets scary, right? Because consumers are going to consume, and staples is where you go. But even those were down bigly, right? Like, so it's a little scary. And I think that, like, that sort of all of this kind of happening is, you know, making Trump crazier and more. I said this when he got elected and he dropped Trump coin, like, what was it, the night before the inauguration or the day of, whatever?
Yeah, like literally the night of,
like,
pretty much.
I said,
the night before, yeah.
I remember saying, oh, he's rogue, right? Because before, we've had Trump in there, right? So you think, oh, okay, what he's known, right? We had Trump 0.1 or 1.0. So we know what he's going to be like. And he's not. He is nothing like that. And he is just rogue. And he's just gonna, I mean, I don't know. It feels like he's just gonna burn it all down, right? Like, have you ever seen the movie Orange County? Jack Black?
No.
Okay. Well, Well, there's a part where he sets a fire and he's trying to blame the girl he was with and saying that she hates her job. And he was like, then she said, I hate my job. I'm going to burn this mother down. And that's what I feel like Trump is doing. He's just, fuck it. We're
Speaking of a person who's like, I hate my job, I'm going to burn everything down. James Fishback, everyone. It's been a while. So recently, this is kind of tangentially involved. So because of certain things, like there was apparently the University of Florida College Republicans. Apparently, sometime last year, there was some Nazi salutes thrown around, and then the backing of James Fishback. So the Florida branch of the Florida State branch of the College Republicans basically terminated the University of Florida College Republicans, and so the University of Florida turned off their access. That college, like I guess the best way to put it, clubs, and on that same level, fraternities and sororities. They basically cut off their access to the university. And so they're basically suing over that. But more importantly, James Fishback's lawyers finally withdrew from the case, his second case, because of course we had the first one where he had done the transition and went pro se, but the other case that is still, I think, pending the legal fees that he owes Greenlight. His lawyers dropped and said he owes us $150,000. And
oh God, please put his tweet up. Just don't even say what he said. Just put his tweet up.
Let me see if it's here. If I got it. Oh, there it is. Oh. He lost my case. Why on earth would I pay him for losing? Because that's how that works. Absolutely how that works.
I mean, like, be a bigger piece of shit, bro. Like, you think you don't have to pay your lawyer because he lost the case? That's unbelievable.
That's basically where we're.
I mean, like, how do you honestly tweet something like that out? He lost my case. Why on earth would I pay him for losing? You used their services. Like, you had them represent you. And it was it on contingency? Like, they...
No, not that. Well, I mean, we don't know one way or the other if it was on contingency or not. We just know James Fishback was suddenly like, oh, he's...
Why do you think you don't have to pay your lawyers?
That's the only way that you
wouldn't. I can't believe like a grown-ass adult would say some shit like that.
Yeah. But some of this like is meme stock related. That's mainstream stuff, but we'll weave it in with the meme stock stuff. What we have though, did you happen to catch this this space? I didn't catch the whole thing of it, and I'm not going to play the whole 6 minutes.
I didn't, but I've heard the clip.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. The 6 minute clip is the only thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but at least aware of it.
I have.
Where Scotty basically comes in is like, you guys aren't kind of skeptical about all this shit, and basically gets kicked.
Well, yeah, and Scotty, he was the biggest bull, right? Like, and he was like he would talk to George all the time, and like he was one of the biggest MMTLP bulls. He's not lying. And he figured out that it was a scam, and now he calls it like he sees it. And all these people know who he is. They do. They pretend like they don't, but they do. And yeah, so he was just asking Dr. E, like the kind of tough questions, which I sent, like, I replied to one of his tweets yesterday, like, and I wasn't even mean. Like, I mean, you know me, I can hurt your feelings. I wasn't even mean, and he blocked me. He blocked Ocelot. He's back on his like blocking streak, and because they cannot handle it.
They can't handle it.
They cannot. We heard it happening today, like within their own community, not from one of us. It was one of their community members who was correcting them on some of their bullshit. And that pig Jonna told the woman she's elderly, and Jonna told her to go fuck herself.
What the? It's craziness.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Oh, well, thanks. I'm
That's your
glad
second
y'all.
compliment tonight. And somebody DM'd me a compliment for you. Look at you, little star.
It's what happens when I go down to
But yeah,
Texas
so
to get
there's
Amy to do my hair for me.
it's not exclusive to the shields, the hatred and the vitriol and all of that.
Well, it's even it
there's
usually
them
gets
on
even
them.
hotter when you're someone who's in the community and are finally like, I don't, yeah, because they basically overcorrect to try and get you to beat you back into place.
Yeah, and this woman isn't going to allow that to happen, and which makes them even more frustrated that she doesn't bow down to them, or you know that their intimidation shit doesn't work on her.
Right.
So that makes them more frustrated. So it just sort of builds, but yeah, it's because right now they're pushing really hard for all of them to send their shares to AST because they
Right.
think that because I think in the FAQs it was Greg McCabe basically said you don't have to transfer your shares to AST, but you know we could communicate with you better, I think is what he was basically saying. Because
Ted
right
pretty
now,
Beasley.
because right now they're not DTC eligible. So he doesn't have visibility into like the brokerages who are still holding positions for people, right? Who still have custody
He
of
just
them.
knows what brokerages are holding how much.
That's correct. And so, but he doesn't communicate with them any fucking way.
Yeah, the
What is he
company
going to
barely
communicate?
posts much more
There's
than
not going to
press
be a
releases.
vote. He
Yeah.
hasn't had a
There's no
shareholder
earnings
meeting
call.
in 3 years.
Right.
Like
No voting.
They haven't even had a shareholders meeting.
nothing.
Literally ever.
So like I don't know, like his excuse of being able to communicate with the shareholders. I think it's that he has more surveillance if they all are at
Yeah, because
the
you're
transfer
direct
agent.
registered, then you have to post your personal information and everything.
Yeah, easier for his minions to dox them.
Right. So he definitely has more surveillance of them at the transfer agent than he does of anybody at brokerages, especially because they're not DCC eligible and there isn't like their transfer agent I don't think has the overall view of a stock that's trading, like of where everything is. So
the transfer agent knows where obviously the registered shares, right,
yes,
and all the
they do.
shareholders, and then they also have a ledger of the DTC shares as well. So when a share goes from the DTC to the transfer agent, they're the ones who do the double accounting. So they make
That's
sure
right.
they remove one from there and they add one to there, and then vice versa. So
That's right.
I mean, I would say technically do know overall where the shares are.
A good plan is to for people that have it like in their retirement accounts to transfer to what I like just in hearing it talked about today, what I assume is a private broker. But what comes with a private broker is management fees, right?
Yeah.
And so there's one specific person who found this magical thing. So basically, it's putting it in book entry form through this private broker, and
Right.
but with that comes management fees. So like, and you'll continue to pay management fees as long as they have custody of your shares. So who's getting the management fees? Does this person who works in finance, do they know him? Is he getting a bunch of management fees from their community for his buddy? Like, I have questions.
Right. Well, not only that, but so there was this one company, Mainstar Trust, that allowed people to direct register their shares that were in a retirement account. And then that whole thing blew up because they just decided, which they can do if they want to, they decided they didn't want to do that anymore. And
That's
they
right.
just sent them back to
That's
the
right.
brokers because they said it was too annoying to deal with the transfer agent. And they blamed the transfer agent for it. So that literally happened with GameStop. Like I called customer service for Mainstar Trust when it happened to find out what they were doing. And, and the lady just explained to me that it took too long, like waiting for things from the transfer agent, and they just didn't want to hold them there anymore, and they just stopped. So you always have that sort of, anything could happen. And I would say, I mean, for the other people that like aren't going to do that and are trying to transfer them over, I mean, yeah, you're probably going to take a tax hit. Like I would talk to, you know,
Absolutely.
a tax person
Don't
before
listen
doing
to these
anything
people
like
on
that.
Twitter who,
Right.
you
Don't
know,
listen to
like
us. Don't listen to
if
them.
it is just like a management, like, and they think that it's the greatest thing ever, right? And like, but people are going to have to pay a management fee for that. Like somebody, there's no broker, or private broker who's just going to be like, yeah, I'll hang on to them for you. No big deal. Like, but like, how do these questions don't even come up? And it's just like, it's another grift. And like, why would you pay any money to anyone?
I think they just have nothing to talk about. So they're like,
your investment that is worth
transferring our shares over.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, I'm saying, why would you put out more money? Why would you pay more money to anyone on this?
Yeah, it's a great question.
They're all about, as of lately, like,
you haven't lost enough.
It's not enough to lose 100% on your shitco investment.
Yeah, you need to lose more.
Lose more than 100%.
Just show your commitment. Like, and anyone suggesting it, it's just like, it's such a, I don't know, it just feels like a grift. It really does. It just feels like another person grifting them.
Oh, absolutely. So speaking of which, a good time to transition into the actual lawsuit. We have Oil Mutt, who had looked at some of the claims in the the complaint. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of skimmed it because it's all the same shit they've always kind of claimed, more or less. Did either of you read it? Can confirm that is?
I read some of. I didn't read the entire thing. I read a lot of it, and I mean, it's just crazy. Like, if you just go through it, you'll see that, like, he has SEC documents backing him up for everything that he's saying. Like, he has, you know, Railroad Commission actual numbers to back him up.
Or like right here, where Oil Mutt is literally pointing out the spot where they're complaining about the one hot dry hole comment, and then he shows the press release where they basically said the same thing. Right. I mean, they weren't as blunt about it, but like and Oil Mutt didn't even know about it until we brought it up. And if he can look at this and go, as someone who is in the oil and gas industry, and just go, you know, it's that obvious. Like, how is it not that obvious to the lawyer who crafted this complaint? Oh, wait, that's because it's fucking Wes Christian who wrote it. That's right. Never mind. We solved that mystery real quick. Jesus. Like, it's like you don't even need to guess anymore. That now, to be fair, when I first started trying to read it, I had posted the link and everything and said, you know, like, who did they literally find Lionel Hutz out there in Texas? And I mean, that would explain Wes Christian to a T. Like, how do you like write something like this? Like, is he at the point in his legal career where he just doesn't give a shit if he gets sanctioned?
Literally,
which part are you talking about? Can we be more specific?
All of it,
because
there's plenty. So just, you know, just like throw dart.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Because if this,
any of it, like the fact that
he does get sanctioned,
you have to know. Well, you have to know what the company is doing. Like, you have to know that they didn't pay the royalties, that they didn't complete their well obligations, and that's the reason why they lost the lease. And you, I mean, you know that it's not because Jeff Davies sent them an email. But he also, you know, knew
Jeff Davies sent them an email after they had already had communications with Greg McCabe about how they were not going to renew the leases.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the lawsuit, you'll see that they actually described that Greg McCabe went to meet with the CEO of University Lands and to talk about the leases, right? And instead of, you know, him explaining that, hey, I'm going to pay all the royalties and you know, we'll take care of the drilling obligations, he talked about the people talking mean about him on the internet.
That's right.
Yeah. So he's the one who brought it up. And apparently they didn't say anything about it at that point.
Like, I don't know how you can't, like, as a lawyer, not get slapped for this. And personally, It'll be yet another lawsuit that I can send over to the Lawyers Behaving Badly podcast.
Mhm.
And you know, I would bring this up also, that you know, this isn't the first time that Jeff has been fucking harassed by the MMTLP crowd. This time it just happens to be the company, because I think, as he pointed out in here, like they went after his ex-wife and their children, stalking them.
Mhm.
Like,
shit to me, then maybe we'll do less, right? And maybe I'll put the focus on me instead of my kids and my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take the fucking heat. Give me the fucking heat, you pussies. You want to fucking go after my fucking ex-wife? Give me the heat. Jack, you a man? You a fucking man, Jack?
Oh, he wants to
And
serve
I
you.
think that it may have gone like
Give
to
me
the point
the
of
heat,
like
you pussy.
where Jack may have called his daughter. It's bad. Bad.
Jack Schmitty, I assume.
Yep.
Mhm.
He
'Cause,
definitely
of course,
called his
who
wife.
else would it
Yep,
be?
and her family.
But he did write a complaint. I would go over it, except it's gone from the amount of pages that he did have originally up to 30 pages, as he's added stuff. I think there's now including a shout out to
Busy
fucking Junk
Brands.
Savvy in there now.
Oh, really? Oh,
And
Busy Brands was in there.
or no, it was Busy Brands. That's what I
Yeah,
was
it's
thinking of.
Busy
It's one of
Brands,
those
yep.
two. I always get those two clowns mixed up because, like,
Yeah, they're the same.
you know, Twiddly D and Twiddly Dum. Like, what's the difference? And then where was it? Because there was one of them here where I think he even added in. Where is it? I could have sworn. Oh, here. It's because I put it over here. Boom. There it is. Where, yeah, he even added in Jack, the whole Jack situation in there too. Following surrogate's contact with, so yeah, he's basically accusing, you know, Jack of being a surrogate for the company, which,
That's right.
I mean,
Not Jack, Busy.
no, like he's got Jack's image here and is saying
he's
that
talking about
surrogate
Busy.
contacted defendant's adult children across state lines. Defendant's former spouse
Oh,
and
I haven't
sought
seen
assistance from
Okay.
law enforcement. Yeah, he's
Okay.
added this into the.
Okay. Yeah, because the first surrogate he talks about is Busy, because Busy sent him a private message saying, "Why are you contacting university lands?" and something else. When, like, why would Busy know that information unless it came from the company?
Right.
Mhm.
And so that would mean that the company was handing off information to Twitter personalities that should have been private communications between university lands and the company.
That's what it
Oopsies.
means. And I guess Jeff's question is, how did University Lands even get that information? I mean, how did Greg McCabe even get that information?
Right.
But it came from somewhere. So
Who? I guess we'll find out. And this is the game about it that I think is so weird. Like, why would you file this lawsuit knowing this was all the garbage that was going to get dredged up?
Yeah.
Like, what was the fucking strategy here?
It's a good question. It's crazy. I
think
mean, out of all people,
talk about,
like the one,
talk about.
Yeah, the one who really has the most information about Torchlight and Nextbridge, you know? Good luck with that.
Right. It's just, it just
Weird.
baffles
It's a weird choice.
and it just brings me back around to the fact that it's like and also, how are they paying West Christian? Because it's not like they have shares.
Yeah,
it's not like they have a whole bunch of cash on their balance sheet. Like, you know what my crazy conspiracy theory is? This lawsuit is about trying to, obviously, you know, disparage Jeff Davies, but it has the knock-on effect of helping Wes's actual clients.
Yes, for sure.
And I'm not talking about the metamaterials bankruptcy. I'm talking about Greg McCabe, John Berta, and George Palacaris. That is like, there is no gain that Wes Christian gets from helping NextBridge. They don't have any money. They don't have shares that he can dilute to make money off of. He is doing this for his real clients, period. So, funny enough, some of the baggies are starting to catch up on this. Oh, why did that get deleted there? 1 second. Exposing, so this is from the, it's built his entire career on lies, lies, and more lies. So AABB,
you know what?
That's the Asian broadband
shareholder, yes.
So you know about this. Maybe you can give a little insight.
Oh no, that's all I know
Shareholder?
is they're
Okay.
they're the one that does the AABB spaces, which is that Shitco penny stock, the one with the boats and the hose. Video.
Yeah.
And he's
Investigative
calling
journalist banned by StockTwit CEO for exposing the AABB naked shorts, second stars, lies told.
Yeah, he calls out short intel.
Basically wrote a whole article just taking shots at Wes Christian.
Yeah, I was very shocked about that. Whoa, what a twist! He's going against Wes Christian. Crazy.
Yeah, I like, props, because he is an absolute fucking grifter.
For sure.
And I'm glad that people in the community are finally figuring that out. Maybe more people will, hopefully.
I doubt it.
No, we won't do that. Speaking of which, I like, this is kind of a sideshow thing. Like, this is barely MMTLP related, but imagine doing a normal tweet. Here's Rob, and this is just proof that for Rob, the MMTLP thing is just a grift. That he's talking literally about public events topics and politics and Netanyahu, and he has to hashtag the MMTLP army for their opinion on whether this is authentic or not. Is just peak MMTLP community right now. We also have Anne, the other MMTLP newbie grifter, basically suggesting that, if the SEC and FINRA is going to do nothing about the MMTLP situation, they should just stop paying taxes, because that'll work out totally. This is what we like to call the meme stock to QAnon pipeline, where meme stalkers are slowly but surely, radicalized by fucking idiots on the internet. But
please pay your taxes.
Totally. Don't pay your taxes, guys.
No, I said
make sure to send photos of how that works out for you. But from MMTLP, we kind of have a hop and a skip transition to our next person or topic.
I mean, this is like, stop it. Go ahead.
So, guys, did you know that the reason that Pulte hasn't said anything about MMTLP is not because he's too busy, having a power grab and, circle jerking to himself in the, FHFA offices and getting drunk with power. It's because he's doing stuff behind the scenes and he just can't talk about it. Trust me, bro. As if he has the power to do literally anything about MMTLP.
He doesn't. Oh, we lost your camera.
Again? 1 second. Standing by. I'll transition to our next thing while we're waiting for my camera to figure itself out.
Did he
There we
mean
go.
to call it Bloodbath and Beyond?
Yes.
That was on
I'm
purpose?
pretty sure.
Okay. Just making sure.
I used to call it that.
Maybe slowly becoming self-aware that, Bed Bath was a shitty investment. Who
No
knows?
chance. No chance.
No chance. We sure about that? This post turned out to be a link to his new grift, which I was pretty sure until like some of the facts came out to blow it up, was pretty much his exit scam. Like let's look at the Bed Bath and Beyond community. first, Kais had his crinkly fries and then disappeared. PP had his coin grift and he pumped it as much as he could and is pretty much not doing live streams anymore. Who else has done a crypto grift and disappeared in the Bed Bath & Beyond community? I'm sure there's probably others.
Pulte.
But, I mean, yeah, he helped people promote their own crypto grifts and then disappeared.
Rubbing my axe, did he rug that? Did he rug that coin?
Oh, yeah, that is right. ABC.
Did he do it?
Yeah.
Did he rug the coin? No way. Rubbing my axe, I need you to tell me if he rugged the coin.
I don't think he's done yet, but he will. Okay. It's all these get-rich schemes. You may notice one of these in here. Where is it? Because it's something that Michael very much did not create.
Yeah. Stole it.
But that's, let me see here. That's in here somewhere. It's got to unfreeze mode the tabs. Oh, yeah, here we are. Because Dolphin made that.
Dolphin didn't make it. 100%.
He has alerted them, and we'll let you know the progress on him getting the copyright claim on that, which should be entertaining.
Yeah. And I think he gave him, like, he was basically like, because Michael has sold some, and he has made
that's
money.
the only one that has sold.
Yeah, he's made money on that, and yeah, Dolphin reached out to the actual place that he's trying to go through. And do you know what the other things he's trying to sell are? His like Charlie
They're all of his Epstein fucking
his Charlie J thing, the one that the one he had on me that he deleted. So he's trying to sell those as well. Like this guy has zero shame. Like,
well, I think that's,
and I don't know why. Like,
go
get a job, bro. Like, go get a job.
But getting a job would mean he'd stop having to be a crazy psychopath on the internet.
He could still do that on his spare time.
It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy.
It's not even the craziest thing that's happened in this whole scenario, because if you track the coin purchases on the art page and then go look, oh, there's an X account attached to that.
It's the wallet,
which
right? So that
is an entire network of Michael bots.
Yeah.
Oh, you should make this. Yeah, Hungry Pawn should make that an NFT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this one, because now that Erica is going
to
after
the Michaels.
Erica Kirk is now going after Candace Owens, and a lot of other people are, because she's
it's the other way around.
Crazy. You know, Michael now has to white knight for Candace Owens.
No, Candace Owens is like Erica Knight's
the other way around.
I mean, Erica Knight. Erica Kirk is not. I haven't heard that she's going after Candace. Candace has been going after her.
Right, but they sent her a cease and desist. Erica sent her a cease and desist.
Michael,
and I don't think she is yet, but Turning Point is suing her.
It's Michael
or
being
going to
fucking
it's just
Timu Ian Carroll. All he does is like try to ride that guy's coattails. Like it started with Epstein. Like, I mean, you just go, everything Michael talks about, you can link it back to Ian Carroll.
Which is even funny because Ian Carroll has told him that his one-sided analyst of only going after the liberals tied to Epstein is kind of fucking stupid. Like when even Ian Carroll is throwing shade at you, that you're kind of a fucking idiot.
He's trying to be like, he's trying to like be that kind of influencer. And so he just like hangs from that guy's balls. But like, it's actually like kind of sad to watch.
Oh,
like,
I forgot. He's also using his bots to pump that poll, of course.
Yes, he is.
And then I guess there's some more like
Well, I guess that is like a full-time job, like having all those bot accounts.
Having a whole bot army, yeah, and alt accounts.
Well, we
Yeah,
know
wait,
that he
wait.
like
Also,
he tried
wasn't
to flip
he-
between accounts and mixed up his accounts that one time.
Yeah, fuck the plan, man.
Knowing Michael, he could fumble the
Oh my
rug
God.
himself.
He probably will. He'll end up losing money anyways.
What I think is really funny about this entire network, because wasn't he defending Pulte for, Brandon Jones having all these alt accounts to go, but now he's got this entire alt army, and it's totally different, guys. It's totally fucking different. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. We even have, let's see here, a video that, well, actually, it's just kind of like a screen share kind of thing, but this was from a Game Informer, where if you go to again, here's another post by Michael that has all the bots going on in there. So, fun times. So we do actually have some Bed Bath & Beyond stuff that isn't just Michael acting like an idiot on the internet. In a case that I thought was absolutely fucking dead.
What?
From
what's going on
that
there?
Nevada lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm not going to go over the entire motion to dismiss, but man, this one was hilarious. So let's give a little primer, because I think I stopped following it during this October period because the case just went dead for a while. And this guy had been trying for almost 2 years to effectuate service on Ryan Cohen and was just absolutely failing. So the court finally got back to him in February, denying his motion to compel, and saying that he has to March 20th to, effectuate service. So what does he do? He immediately files a motion for reconsideration.
Is this pro se?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And what happens is hilarious, because if I remember this filing, basically what Ryan Cohen's lawyers responded with is like, he's been trying to effectuate service for 2 years. The court has given him multiple extensions. He still hasn't served. And when told that he has a deadline and this is the last extension he's going to be given by the court, he files this motion for reconsideration. So at this point, I'm pretty sure, let me see if I can find it.
This is the Bed Bath & Beyond thing, right?
Yes. So basically, Ryan Cohen's lawyers are fed up with this, and they're basically saying, oh yeah, reminding that this court cautioned at the outset that filing multiple notices requiring the same relief is a litigation tactic that strains the resources of the court and generally delays a decision in the case. The court may impose sanctions on parties who engage in such litigation tactics. So has already been warned, and basically at this point, Ryan Cohen's lawyers were like, yeah, just please sanction him. And so he withdraws the motion for reconsideration, sends out notice. The summons comes back returned executed. And now we finally get the motion to dismiss for 12b6.
He served Ryan Cohen?
Yeah.
By Ryan Cohen against the plaintiff.
Yeah. So I remember this case. I remember they tried to add Bed Bath & Beyond
the
to it.
DTCC and Robinhood and
yeah, and I
his
remember
shares
the
disappeared out of his
plan.
account.
Yeah, the plan admin replied and said, yeah, about that third party release. Can't sue us. Sorry. And
Right. Well, first of all, he didn't try to sue the. I think
they were
maybe he
DK
did.
Butterfly at that point.
I think on this one he said that he wasn't suing because, like, I think he tried to sue Overstock, which was hilarious because I don't think he understood. Like, I think part of it was that they weren't entitled to take the property or something like that. It's a very pro se lawsuit. First of all, apparently he didn't allege that he had purchased stock during the relevant time period that was supposedly manipulated, which is awesome. fails to allege that he relied on Ryan Cohen's statements.
Boy.
Amazing. Fails to acknowledge loss causation or a series of transactions. And then somewhere in here, I know it's in here because I've seen people make screen caps of this, which is why I was wanting to bring this one up, where it basically said that, you know, his shares don't exist anymore because the bankruptcy plan has been effectuated. Shares gone.
Oh,
Yeah. Just Control F canceled.
Always that response. Always.
So basically, what's this? Motion on miscellaneous relief. Wait, well, why are you trying to authorize alternative service?
What?
Ryan Cohen basically waived service, or you did serve him based on what the...
Oh boy.
My head hurts.
What's the last thing? What's that minute order thing?
Oh, it's the minute order. I did read this one. This one basically says that since the motion to dismiss had evidence attached to it or something like that, they're basically saying that the motion, to alert plaintiff that if defendant has submitted evidence in support of the motion to dismiss or a motion for judgment on the pleadings, then the court may treat the pending motion as a motion for summary judgment.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Mitchell will know exactly what that means.
I'm sure too. Absolutely. Are you guys ready for our next section? What meme stock do you think we're talking about next?
No idea. Oh, it's gotta be
below $1.
We haven't gotten to the below the dollar part yet. We're going to start out with the thing that started.
I thought it did get there.
Oh, it did at the end of the week, but that's timeline. We got a timeline to keep.
Okay.
So I can't remember if we did bring this up because I think it may have happened later. Oh yeah, March 16th. So it didn't happen until this week. So this one was an issuance of new shares, but they weren't, revenue generating. This was to pay for fees and other things related to their restructuring deal. So more dilution for AMC shareholders. Yay. But before we get into the main gist of the AMC stuff, I Tony De Niro has graced us with a meme, and I thought it was pretty funny. So let's play this out.
Harry, there is nothing to fear here. That's what scares me. Stay here. If you insist, senor.
Dr. Jones, again we see there is nothing you can possess which I cannot take away. And you thought I had given up.
Oh. Well, it was a wonderful start to the week, I guess, for certain members of the AMC community, I guess. Maybe not the not-so-bright ones, like Spencer.
Spencer's
I
back.
remember there was a promise, I believe. But, like, that's
now he's all over GME, too.
Like, he realizes he gets no attention unless he's talking about AMC or GameStop. So guess what he's back to doing again.
What's actuality? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I would. Yeah, Kenny definitely made a brilliant appearance on this one. I really think Doug should have gotten the casting role, but sometimes people are bigger stars, and so you just got to kind of work with it.
Well, the best was like when I quote tweeted him. He was like, "I'm back in AMC because of like AI movies," and I was like, "Netflix just acquired Ben Affleck's AI movie studio, which was probably the most like furthest along AI movie studio." I'm like, always ahead of the curve, Spence. Like, they're getting picked up already, right? And Netflix bought them. I think it's called Interpositive or something like that. I'm like, just fucking brilliant.
So,
and he's already bagged. He's already bagged. Again.
So
from where he said he bought in.
So we AMC finally broke under $1. If you reverse split, we're under 10 cents now. We are below the COVID lows even by a good fucking amount. Like, even if you bought in then, I think you're still like down like 80 or 90%.
What, from COVID highs? Yeah. No, 98.4.
No, not the highs. I mean, like, even if you bought in before the squeeze.
Yeah.
You're down bad, real bad.
I saw some girl talking about how AMC has completed the gap fill or something, and I was like, it's at new all-time lows. Like, what gap fill is it filling exactly? I was like, oh, is it? The gap fill to zero, or
gapping down to nothing?
It's at all-time lows. Like, there's no gaps, bro. You're at all-time lows.
If you watched the live stream last night, I did do another one of Noisy gets depressingly drunk watching Soika act like a fucking moron. I'm going to be posting this after the live stream, but I figure to give you all sort of a recap, the title of this one is going to be, I thought we were talking about a movie theater company. Here we go.
He's been hanging out with that general guy who's like a real
racist. I'm a Nazi. The racist, the prejudice, you're
you can tell it really bothers him because he gets this.
Everyone's over it. They just want good traditional storytelling.
Sexist.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Misogynist.
It was absolutely amazing. It was like, I think it was like 7 episodes, a half hour long, and everyone was just raving about how amazing the character was, the main character was, and how he's getting this character building moment, and you didn't have to suspend reality for it. You were there. You were placed in that moment. And it's like, oh, this is like old England. This is like something that we're used to being. This is our culture.
The minute that we try to watch something and we see a man pull in the driveway and stick his tongue in another man's mouth, we turn the shit off.
Oh, is this the general guy?
See a black woman
no, this is another guy,
running the whole fucking company, and she's telling people how to
out
do
the same
shit,
level.
we turn the shit off.
The black woman is in control of the company. No, we can't be having that.
And I'd love for you guys to see what I see and envision what I envision. And I wish people the best, man. The general always says it best. He goes, people will call me a racist, but like if I say I want the best for Mexican people. I just want them in Mexico. Then then people call me like a hater. And he's like, but if I say I want what's best for white people and I want white people to be in America, people still call me racist. And I want Polish people to do what's best for them and to stay in Poland.
Get to that in a little more
50%
detail.
of every ticket, every person that ever walks through the door of AMC will have to pay me 50% of every ticket that is sold.
So let me ask you a question, dude. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So what if you let's say movie theaters in Massachusetts? What if you put all spook movies and gay movies
does he have
up
like a
there?
call-in line?
You are missing the best part of this. One
sorry.
second.
Let's say movie theaters in Massachusetts. What if you put all spook movies and gay movies up there, and then those in Alabama, you just put like white superheroes?
Yeah. Oh, we're not even to the worst part yet. Just buckle in. Buckle the fuck in.
Did you know that this was coming when you played it?
Yes, because I watched it live last night and was like,
No, I know. But last night when you were watching it,
no,
you watched
I
it
had
live.
no clue.
Okay,
I watched
I got
it
you.
raw and was like,
I got you. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
What?
yeah, like let's why not? Let's just bring back segregation. That just sounds great.
AI is the least woke thing in the world. It is the least goy slap thing in the world.
Did he unironically say goy slop?
Whoa, wait a minute. Did we just have earnings per share in Q4? Yeah, we would have. Had Michael Jackson and Mortal Kombat stay put in October, you're talking about a difference of $450 million at the domestic box office. How did this happen?
Just the spooks. There's nobody here that's going to eat cheap popcorn and look at niggers, dude. They're not going to do it, right?
Does he say anything to that guy?
Dude,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that happened.
That was
I
the
think
point
that
where I was broken.
Does he reply to him?
Yeah. He bit of like Soika is at least at the part where
Does he tell him not to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Because
Okay.
it exposes him. Because throughout this whole live stream, Soika was being casually racist and sexist, but not, like directly, dropping N-bombs and stuff like that.
So does he kick that person out or?
No, they get to stay, but he has an argument with them for like the next 15 minutes about how you can't do that because I don't want to get in trouble and fired from my job and living on the south side of Chicago or whatever the fuck and stuff like that.
No, that's not what he means.
He's not going to kick him out because he agrees with him, but he's going to tell him, "Don't say it out loud, dipshit."
No, audio. That's not what he means. Wow.
No. Yeah. I wish that's what he meant by spook.
No.
Racist derogatory word. That's all you need to know. It's slang.
Wow.
But
Is
like
the kind of want to hear the argument.
Yeah, I mean, go watch the live stream from last night. It's pretty bad. How
is he talking to people? Does he have them like on a space?
Yeah,
he has a
Twitter
space.
video space call.
Yep.
Got it.
And then you
Got
can
it.
have speakers up.
Got it.
So the guy that you were talking about, Amy, the general, who is like one of these ethnic American groups, and I did show the clip of it, but let me zoom in here so we can get the kind of person we're dealing with here. America has been told we have no identity, culture, people, or country.
Too. Yeah.
Huh?
He's a soft set too.
Oh, I bet. The Ethnic American Project is a visionary initiative dedicated to recognizing, defending, and revitalizing the distinct ethnic American identity of ethnic Americans, rooted in the historical and legal foundations of the United States, as articulated in the Naturalization Act of 1790. The foundational legislation, one of the first acts of the newly formed U.S. Congress, explicitly outlined the criteria for American citizenship, limiting it to free white persons of good moral character. So, shit. I guess. I thought we were just talking about a fucking theater company, guys. I thought we were just talking about a theater company. I guess not. Anyway. Oh, that's that. So, moving right along on the AMC bandwagon. So apparently there was an Adam Aaron tweet. Okay, there's got to be a better screen cap than this. It won't let me zoom in. So yeah, basically, instead of dealing with the fact that AMC's situation is a long-term situation dealing with its debt load, clearly AMC is struggling because of the war in the Middle East affecting theater and ticket sales. Not just the company is functionally broken.
Is that actually due diligence? Whoa, you guys are deleting stuff in the chat. I don't even think we can delete stuff.
I can't delete stuff in the X chat, but you know, nice try.
Can't delete anything in the chat.
Yeah. So go ahead.
We don't have any capabilities of that.
Fucking.
I think we can later or something. I don't even know.
Well, especially if they come
You can
from
block someone and it probably takes them out of the chat. Or if you have someone blocked, you probably don't see them. But oh, there goes my camera. Apparently, we're deleting my camera from the chat.
No, your stuff does show up. I see it.
I mean, we're seeing your stuff right now. You're commenting from X, so
it's because
you're commenting on a live
blocked.
video.
Either he has us blocked or someone's blocked him. That
he definitely has
showing
me
up
blocked
in my feed. So whatever.
Yeah, he definitely has me blocked. So I don't know.
That's
Maybe he's
why
watching Plat's video. Oh, check DMs, Platinum.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, this should be good. I'm not going to read over this entire thing, but just to let you know, is that AMC rapper
Phil for real?
About fucking Phil for real? I haven't seen him around recently, like, which is probably for the better.
Oh no, he was commenting today.
Oh well, why don't you give us a little down low on that then?
Oh, just like, I mean, I don't even remember what I was reading. It was some AMC tweet about it being under $1, and I don't know. He was talking shit. Like, no, he's still very much around. Okay, fine. We don't need to go look him up. You can imagine what he's saying.
Okay. So yeah, we did, like, I'm not going to read over the whole thing, but Donahue George's the motions dismissed from FINRA and the FTC and the not the FTC. Motion dismissed from FINRA and the DTCC were granted. Shocker, to the surprise of literally no one. This has happened from baggies from like how many times now?
What?
Like how many times have we had baggies try and sue FINRA and the DTCC? Like we're running in the like double digits now, right?
Sure.
But remember that old case, the original one before he's added into FTX. So apparently he's trying to make it seem like that he is on the docket for the Supreme Court. I mean, I guess technically he is. He filed for cert, but I have a feeling that the Supreme Court is going to leave him in their DM boxes unread.
The hearing was denied.
Where does it say that?
Rehearing denied December 31st, 2025.
No, that's on the appellate here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's on the appellate level. See, he filed the 21st for like, so this has been setting in their to read box for like 2 months now. Literally 2 months. And you know, not going anywhere. And I think that'll continue to be that way, not going anywhere. I'm told that this is not a new person, but it was new to me when I saw it. So this whole easy peasy trading, are you familiar with it, Platinum? Or Amy, are you familiar with this account? Either one of you? No? Okay. Well, apparently they did a study, which I'm going to be quite upfront with you guys. If you thought that this study was simply just an advertisement with no real actual scientific, research, and we don't even get to see the underlying data, and trust us, bro, it leads to, naked shorting and all sorts of stuff. That's about that. What's funny is we're pointing this out that it was basically him just advertising shit that
That share and tell.
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, they're like a trading platform, so they're trying to sell like the whole, options market and everything like that. They're basically trying to give it the thin veneer of an actual scientific study that we proved that there are naked shorts. It's like, no, you haven't, but thanks a lot. Okay.
No one knows easy people. Oh, user of intellect.
Well, yeah, that's the guy who runs the company. Yeah.
Didn't they also do the logthefloat.com thing? Right?
I have no idea about that.
Oh my god.
Do enlighten us. Do take us down memory lane, Platinum.
They were trying to log the float, which is just so stupid and funny, but they were trying to do it on a website. They were like, oh, give us your, like, how many shares you have, your brokerage information, basically. And I remember tweeting about that and saying, I don't think
don't do that.
Yeah, please don't give people ways to access your fucking brokerage account.
Has a shitcoin. Yeah, that would track. Sounds about right.
Amazing. Just all sorts of different ways to scam people. Brilliant. I know we still have our bet on when MULN will go out of business. More hints that it may be coming sooner rather than later.
I'm out.
Huh?
Mine surpassed. I'm out.
Yeah. I've still got till September. Where are you at, Platt? You were last year,
oh,
right?
I'm way gone. Yeah.
2025. I think
like New Year's Eve, I think.
I'm the last man standing so far, it looks like.
No, I think Farmer Phil said October of this year.
Oh, so he's behind me by about a month. Okay. Because I picked the date that the plan was effectuated as the date MULN, just for the memes. Just for the memes. But, like, both the lawsuits that they were the plaintiffs in, so the one that had to do with Clear Street was dismissed with prejudice. And it was a stipulated dismissal. And and then the other one dealing with a dispute with, I think, one of their vendors was also dismissed. So the two lawsuits where they were the plaintiff, they've basically cleared off their books, which says that they're trying to trim as much as their legal fees as they can possibly do, especially with the case of this Clear Street Markets one, where the defendants' lawyers were complaining that they were dragging their feet as to their discovery obligations shortly before this case was closed. Whatever. Then of course you've got wait, where was it here? Do I have it set up right? Yeah. So we do have the memorandum in law. I'm not going to go over this one on the reply back. It's the exact same arguments that that GNS made in the motion to dismiss to, be named lead plaintiff, that Citadel and Virtu and all of them did their motion to oppose that, with the, difference that CBI and all of that basically has the difference of, you got your local jurisdiction issues of, this is a Canadian company suing a Canadian company about Canadian trading in a Canadian company in the United States. And they're trying to just basically take over this case so that they can be made lead plaintiff and do an end around of the fact that this shouldn't have been brought in the first place, which is what I've said was going on from the beginning when they, brought the brother of one of the co-founders and members of the board of directors to basically file this lawsuit.
Case, right?
Yeah, it's another
West Christian case.
Yeah. Both of them. Like, he's the lawyer on both the quantum case and this one that was filed by the brother of the board member. like it's all sorts of fucking shady. It's so goddamn obvious. It's just kind of wild how they think that they can, you know, just get away with that and not get noticed. This one I think is pretty funny, so I figured I'd toss it to you since you brought it up to me, Amy.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Trying to short oil. Got blown the fuck out.
Oopsies.
Go back to the thing. He's lost a total of, I can't remember what the total is. There you go. His all-time P&L is negative 750K. He lost 285,000 on this trade, but his all-time P&L is 715K.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a ton of these like crypto bros trying to jump into the oil trade and getting blown out.
Right, because like let's just start with the most hard thing to one of the hardest markets to trade in, where it's, you know, like right up there with like Forex. You know, like let's get into the commodities market and then watch these amateurs get absolutely have their lunch money stolen.
Yeah.
Not the newest thing. Well, we do have some extra news from Andrew Tate, the MP, one of the MPs in the UK, basically saying, hey, you know, while he's over there in Hong Kong, maybe we should like express send an extradition to, you know, pull him into the UK for his criminal rape charges that, you know, were pending on him for. Then, of course, he's also got his shady as fuck lawyer going around basically threatening social media people like Gadget again, saying that basically doing the Bill Pulte thing. When we get discovery, we're going to find everything. We're going to rummage through everybody's shit. Because
Pulte doesn't even wait for discovery.
Yeah. Well, basically, they think they're going to go through their bank statements and prove that there's a connected network of people being paid to go after Andrew Tate. You know, not that it's not that Andrew Tate is a shitbag rapist. It's that, you know, fucking everyone's just paid to hate him. It's not that he's just, you know, a horrible fucking human being to begin with. But I think that pretty much wraps it on that. I just wanted to before we do that, I wanted to double back on one thing. Some SEC stuff. I find it funny that SEC enforcement, the account doesn't exist anymore. Perfect analogy for how the government is treating SEC enforcement in general in real life. Just delete the account. We don't really need SEC enforcement anymore. But it's a great way to get into how basically we have a new hand down from the SEC as to crypto laws, which is to say that they're not going to regulate any of that. So have fun. It's going to be a wild jungle out there, boys.
Well, I mean, didn't Paul Atkins just say basically no crypto is an asset?
Unless it's actual securities, like say,
I'm sorry,
like tokenized.
Sorry, not asset, a security.
Yeah, like basically the only thing that's in crypto that he considers a security is like tokenized securities, like if they did like an AMC wrapped thing or whatever, which, you know, is kind of interesting considering that, where was it here? I know I had it, but basically, what was it? NASDAQ. Yeah, there we go. NASDAQ is planning to do tokenized trading, which I make the insanity stop, please. Make it fucking stop. Nobody wants this. Literally, no one wants this. And then of course we got Robinhood basically asking to be able to do yield on stablecoin because that's worked every single time that's been offered. There's been no crime whatsoever, no bankruptcies, no criminal activity. Like it's been just totally legit and above board every single time. Every single time. No problems. But that's all I have for right now. So yes, stupid tweet of the week.
No, man. Yes.
I have mine. It's going to be great. I don't think it's beating you though, but I like it. I think it's funny as. It's not really a stupid tweet so much as a stupid statement that was put into a tweet.
Oh, where is it?
I need to fame Andrew Tate when he admits to doing all the crimes on camera. I know, right? It's like, yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He doesn't hide it.
All right. Do you want to go first, Amy?
Sure.
Because I'm pretty sure you're winning. But
Well, hold on. Okay. Two of the smartest people in the world talking. A reverse split would require shareholder vote. If AA thought we would need one, he would have had it on the vote in December. There are no more emergency meetings for things like reverse splits. AA releases MNPI far before the annual meeting. So what he's attaching himself to is when Adam Marin tweeted out that he's in possession of MMPI, and Nachi's been talking about this since he dropped that tweet, I think probably over a year or so ago. I don't even remember when he tweeted that out, but it was a long time ago, and it was in response to him not buying shares. And then Soika. Delisting wouldn't hurt us. 90% of the stock doesn't hit the exchange it's listed on anyway.
Monumental misunderstanding.
So just delete it. Just delist us. It won't hurt us.
I like down in the right corner. Did you add that?
What?
The ape with the swirling circle.
No,
icon?
that's what's his name? Sply Art. That's his response. Yeah. So this is my tweet. I tweeted it out.
That's a great analogy. He's at the BBBY stage of where the fucking chill's at.
Right. Yeah, right. Like that's when people was saying it's not going to go bankrupt or whatever, or like we'll just hold through bankruptcy, whatever that shit is. But yeah, like I mean, if you think you haven't lost all of it, delist it, see what happens. What does he think happens if they delist the stock? What does he think happens to his stock?
Yeah,
he thinks he just gets it. Maybe
he does. I try not to think too hard about what Soika is thinking. If what I just showed was any,
it's too stupid. Like, yeah, I guess it would be akin to bankruptcy won't hurt us. We'll just hold through the bankruptcy and get all our money back.
Right. So do you have one platinum, or do you need me to go first?
You go ahead. I just bookmarked it, so I'm just pulling it up right now.
Okay. So my stupid tweet of the week is this. It is Tom Lee states that Trump's bombing Iran is bullish for the U.S. economy and stock markets for this year.
Looks good on you.
Oh, man. Can I get the thing that lets me turn the volume up? I hate X so much.
And as much as the war is creating
Why would you do that?
huge short-term setback and a lot of uncertainty, including effects on monetary policy, ultimately wars are going to be good for the U.S. economy and the U.S. stock market. So I think as we get towards the end of the year, the market stops thinking less about the crisis element of this and more of the opportunity. I know, and that's hard to say, you know.
More about the opportunity. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say there, bro.
All right. I got mine. This is hot off the press, actually.
Oh, boy.
Just tweeted 20 minutes ago.
Wow.
And if you guys didn't know, basically what's going on for the money about to get paid.
I wasn't expecting the HBC lawsuit. How were you not expecting that? What?
Who is this?
This is Michael, of course.
So it's big banks.
Why is this in the GameStop Plus America? What?
I don't know. It's a war ending in a week or something. Trump knows some shit. Blah, blah, blah. Pressure on the global banking system. And he's very optimistic.
I'm so confused about
So I guess once a month around the 20th, we write, what are we waiting for? And then just make up a whole bunch of crazy shit. Yep.
Could you click on that Fidel Castro, obviously AI generated thing? I need to see how crazy this is.
Which What do you mean?
Scroll up.
Oh,
Fidel
this?
Castro, this,
Oh,
yes.
Lordy.
Let's play this. I want.
Queridos amigos de Cuba, les habla su presidente, el presidente Trump. Actually, right now, I'm not your presidente per se, but if you think about it, why not? ¿Por qué no, muchachos? El presidente Trump es mucho fun. I love the fiesta. I love salsa, both the music and with nachos. We can have fiestas every single day with delicious mojitos and sexy mamacitas. Anyway, I hear you're running out of oil. Esto no bueno. Might be time for el people of Cuba to get rid of your leaders and join el presidente Trumpo in making el Cuba great again. Comprende, muchachos?
That
is some unbridled, just wow. I don't know. That kind of gets platinum. Kind of.
Oh my god.
That
Holy shit.
Wow.
Why is that even included in?
I don't know. Why did he make that? It's like so funny.
And Aldana, that
so funny
Trumpo,
because it's so
the Trumpo
fucking
guy
bad.
is like he's all he does is memes. Yeah.
No,
all
he
he
doesn't
does
do
is
memes. He does shitty AI generated
Queridos amigos.
crap.
William Shatner has something to do with the Bed Bath Beyond payout.
What?
Oh, because of
Yeah.
X money, right? Like X money comes through and somehow they get paid.
Oh
from the
yeah, that's
investing.
his stupid conspiracy thing is the whole fucking X pay.
One of the
whatever.
stupid conspiracies.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
I voted up, guys.
Hilarious.
My axe.
All right. We need votes in. I know there's a lot more people over there on the YouTube side that still have not voted. If you're in the chat, X, Rumble, or Twitch, voice vote in the chat. Unless I guess unless you are Drew Diligence and you just can't see anything in the chat, then I guess you just don't get a vote.
I mean, we saw him in the chat, so I don't know why he can't see. I mean,
Yeah, I
like
don't know why either.
when you post on like an X live video, there is no like running chat. You can't go back and look at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no one's gonna read all that.
You just like I can't go on like Platinum's live.
Well, that's the
and
big
see all the
problem with
comments.
all of Michael's posts. They are nonsense and they go on for a mile and a half, just like his live streams where like they're 5 hours long and they go fucking nowhere.
I mean, delisting won't hurt us because you're not going to find dumber than that. Sorry. But yeah,
All
so
right.
like I can't go to like Platinum's live after the fact and see the chat responses there. So I think they just like
It's
go
not like
off.
YouTube where
They're not there.
yeah, it's
Not the chat.
Or-
like if somebody comments on your video, you can see that.
No,
But
no,
if they're
yeah, no, I'm talking
commenting in
about
the
the live
live chat, no.
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas on YouTube and I think Rumble, but not Twitch, you can go back through the log and you can see after, the post.
I mean, you can see the live chat on the YouTube video, but I can't go to like your live video that shows up after the fact and see what anybody commented on it. I mean, see what anybody in the live chat said.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought you could see it. Well, either way,
Only
I
if they
told him
on
I told him to write whatever he wanted to write. Just write it again.
Because
so you can see
here's the screen share of
it. Feel free
my
to write it again.
because like okay, this is
Ugh.
gonna look really weird now, but like here's the screen share of my dashboard and there's Drew's messages right there, the same as the rest of the X stuff. Like
Yeah. So we on here we can see it from everything.
That's right.
So like if you're just looking, say, at my Twitter thing, you're only going to see the people who commented on my Twitter, like unless Korak shares it on the screen. But other than that, but we can see.
Or
all
I
of them.
do
And then-
the like the thing where you can show the comments like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but can you delete a Twitter comment from there or no?
We can't delete anything. from here.
I can't delete it. Like
He can
like
block
because
a
my
user.
YouTube channel is connected.
No, but can
Someone
you
did
though?
on YouTube, I can ban the person and it gets deleted.
Right, because it's
But
our
since
YouTube.
it's your X live stream. I
Yeah.
I can only block it from being seen on Restream. I can't do anything
Right.
about.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, yeah. So I would have to like proactively do something to make the message go.
Block them. Yeah.
Right.
I can set it up. I can set it up to where I can like add the person to my block list on Restream, so it won't show up in the Restream chat, but it doesn't stop anything to do with the X side of things. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that,
anyhow, Run My Axe goes for Amy, so that's 2 votes for
so
Amy.
Amy wins because the
Winner,
YouTube
winner.
side was Amy.
You're welcome.
Victory for Amy. Platinum, you have to
Victory is
pick up your A game there. You had a long streak going, but now it's been cut off a little bit.
Womp womp. Sad.
Womp womp.
Anyway, so hopefully less craziness in the stock market, because it was pretty much a week full of red. Hopefully we can see some better days ahead.
We're all
I've been
baggies,
looking at a
everyone's
lot of
baggie and everything.
I don't know if there's better days ahead, but
Next week's not looking good.
Yeah,
especially with the things that he's saying.
Well, and Iran has issued a reply to Trump about his 48-hour ultimatum, saying, here, let me tell you.
All I'm saying is this, like, while she's working that out, this is why I've been getting into more M&A deals, because so long as the deal looks like it's going to go through, it's a fixed price. The market can do whatever the fuck it wants to. I'm getting paid. So that's my strategy for the rest of this year. If Trump's going to be crazy, just find some M&A deals that there's a good spread on and you think you're going to make money on, and that way you can ignore whatever the market's doing. You'll just get paid. That's my strategy for 2026. M&A deals. Lots of M&A deals.
For what?
My strategy for the year is, if it's going to be crazy like this with, Trump just bombing everything, just do M&A deals. I've got a couple that I'm already in.
So what they basically said, that is if the U.S. I can't find the guy's actual statement. I'm looking for it, but basically said if the U.S. attacks us in 48 hours and in our energy infrastructure, we will target our neighbors' energy. God, I wish I could find it. The biggest thing. Oh, here you go.
How did they win already? Did they settle?
All right.
Sorry,
so,
you do your thing while I load this
I got
up.
it. So the guy said, this is spokesperson of the central headquarters of AZRH, PBUHA. Anyway, following previous warnings, if Iran's fuel and energy infrastructure is attacked by the enemy, all energy, information technology, and desalination infrastructures belonging to the U.S. and the regime in the region will be targeted.
Great.
So they're basically talking about targeting the I think the biggest part of that is the desalination infrastructure. That's a really big fucking deal. Like, they can't survive without this. Like, this is how they have water.
Right.
So this was always like, one of the major concerns. But now they're saying it. They're saying it out loud that they'll go after.
They're going to go total war, pretty much.
That's not war. That is.
I mean, it's but I'm saying they're just gonna fucking.
Well, it just seems to me like they're pulling out the desalination infrastructures it's probably, no pun intended, or maybe so, but their trump card, because that they can't desalinate the water. Like they'll.
That is just someone lying. Okay.
What?
I saw a post where someone said that the Terraform Labs wins massive lawsuit against Jane Street. Hey, I'm gonna send you the link to this. I'm gonna need you, Amy, to use your magical powers of fucking community notes, because this is a lie. I just checked the pacer. Like, it's still the case is still ongoing. They have not won the case yet. It's barely even started.
Is there even a motion to dismiss filed?
I don't think so.
No, there's not even a settlement or anything, because I'm seeing people saying that Terra Luna has won their case against fucking Jane Street, and I'd like to know the source for that, because I can show the case right here. There is no settlement. There is no nothing. I don't know who is saying this, but they're like, who started this, but that's an absolute fucking lie. This is the case right here. Like, they've got a amended case, opening administrative closing order, new civil action. Yeah, this case has just been filed. There's no motion to dismiss. There's no joint, closing the case or anything. Like, this just got started, and there's nothing. Yeah, so this is the plan administrator on behalf of Terraform Labs. So yeah, this is the right case. I don't know who's spreading this horse crap, but it's not true.
No, it's not.
All right. Well, I just wanted to get that out because I had happened to see it roll across my X feed, and I thought we had like breaking news, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, all right. That's it for this evening. Have a great evening.